Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Akim, your brother Raza Allah from GMS London camp. First and foremost, when they give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakachadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, blessings to the hopeful and sincere elect. It's a quick one. Got this article here from the Daily Mail in regards to the spill, the spilling of the beans regarding this whole scamdemic that happened, which, apostles and elders, a great millstone, been saying for the longest, that, this is all psyops and all pre-planned. And now you got these Edomites coming out acknowledging that, it was a pre-planned event, event 101. You can look into that. That was a pre-planned before the whole scamdemic happened. I want to keep my words short and sweet because I know Esau will more than likely strike my channel again. So Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson unleashes bizarre rant about scamdemic and claims it was pre-planned by unnamed elites. This is with the goal of taking away human rights, and that's exactly what it's all about. Because these oligarchs of society, these wicked elites, they call them the unnamed elites. But we know, according to the scriptures, according to history, who those elites are, especially the main ones known as the Rothschild family. If I'm not mistaken, own patents for the whole scamdemic, the stab and jab, years in advance. So we already know who's in control, and we've been trying to tell our people, especially, that we're a prophet unto the nations as well, of who these people are, man. And now you got even their own, spilling the beans, so to speak, making their tongue to fall upon themselves. So this guy, Republican senator, was speaking to Fox presenter Maria Bartiromo about the scamdemic and the shots on Friday. It says launching into a rant, Johnson claimed that the whole demic had been orchestrated by elites. It says he claimed that the scamdemic had been part of a scheme to take away the freedom of Americans, and not just the Americans, but everyone worldwide, because this affected the whole globe. They locked down the whole earth, man. They locked down countries, worldwide, Australia to Europe, to all these different places, China. And the only places that wasn't locked down, if I can remember, was places like Sweden, because they already pushed the MOT to the B type system over there in Sweden. When people was already accepting the, that mark, which they're currently mass producing right now to put, to launch it across the whole four winds of the earth, going into Revelations, the 13th chapter, and Revelations 3 and 10. So, this Edomite basically spilled the beans, but as I said, the apostles and elders, the great millstone, brothers on down, been speaking about this for years, man, speaking about the counsel of the wicked, counsel of iniquity, which is known in the scriptures as the so-called enlightened ones, or the Lucifer, which means holders of the light. They call themselves the Illuminati. But the Lord said the light of the wicked is going to be put out in these last days. And they're going to be in straits, man. Because, that power that they got on the left-hand side is temporal, And they're really the princes of darkness. They call themselves the holders of the light, but they're really the princes of darkness. Talking about the Rothschild family and all these elite oligarchs around the four winds of the earth, constructing all this madness and wickedness, trying to bring forth their NWO agenda. It's gonna come back to bite them anyway, because the Lord Yahweh Shai is coming, and they know this by way of the chariots, what they call UFOs. So they know that their time's short. Revelations 12 and 12, they ain't got a lot of time left to accomplish this new world order. So they basically got to do a lot of fast tracking. But anyway, this Edomite, Ron Johnson, came out and spoke against his master, so to speak. But that's in the scriptures. Psalm 64, I'll read from verse 1. It says, prayer for deliverance from the secret enemies. The secret enemies, the so-called Illuminati, as I said, Lucifer, holders of the light. But really, they've been exposed, man. They're not so secret anymore. Esoteric, as they call it. So it says, to the chief musician, Psalm of David, hear my voice, O power in my prayer, preserve me preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. And now it's talking about now. King David was prophesying of the future to come for his people, and that we needed protection in these last days from the enemy, man, which is mainly governed by these so-called white people, biblically known as the Edomites. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, aka so-called enlightened ones, aka the Illuminati, aka the elites, the hidden elites. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. And that's exactly who they are in a nutshell. That the counsel of the wicked, they come together and contrive plans of evil against the Lord's people, to children of Israel, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans especially. And it says from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, and it's all about working wickedness to trying to destroy us, trying to take our blessing, basically, because they want their blessing back, which they gave up, going back to this inception. And Salakia, to pause right there, it says hide me, verse 2 again, Psalm 64:2, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their words, even bitter words, shoot their bows and shoot their arrows, Salakia, even bitter words. And this is what they do, you know, they contrive, get-togethers, finding ways of how to destroy the children of Israel through their legislations, through austerity measures, like that guy said in the article. To the elites basically want to take the rights away of the people. And this whole New World Order is about basically, like the WEF founder Klaus Schwab says, you own nothing and be happy. Basically saying you have no rights in society, you know, because everything's going to be taken, all your rights and privileges are going to be taken away from you, and you're going to be you're going to be happy, which is basically a total dystopian state, totalitarian government that these devils are trying to, you know, permit right now. But it's going to be short-lived, man, because this ain't the kingdom of heaven. This is the kingdom of hell, which is going to be short-lived and destroyed very soon. It says and verse 4, it says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. The children of Israel are the perfect ones. You know, they do all these eugenic programs, biotechnology, that are, you know, bioweapons that they got, trying to destroy the tribes, man. You know, they even had that in that new movie on Netflix with Jamie Foxx about how they clone Tyrone, if I'm not mistaken. And they show you how the elites are working behind the scenes. You know, how they trial and test all their you know, bioweapons and stuff of that nature, chemical warfare upon the tribes, within the food, you know, the living areas and all that stuff. You know, the atmosphere, the environment is all contaminated, man, by the devil to purposely, you know, basically depopulate Jake and sterilize them, stop them from repopulating. You know, so this is a mass agenda against the tribes, man. They're shooting at secret at the perfect. It says suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not? Yeah, they don't fear because we're currently under curses, generational curses, man. But what these devils didn't understand is that the Lord said he was going to be, you know, he's going to come and deliver us in the end times. That he was going to have mercy upon these people, starting with the elect. So not all, we're never all going to be done away with, man. We was never always going to be done away with. The Lord said he was going to punish us for a time, but now the punishment of our iniquity has been accomplished. O Zion. So the Lord's going to have mercy through the elect, and he's going to punish, you know, those that afflicted us, which are these Edomites, man, starting with the wicked elite, because they're the ones that, you know, give the go-ahead to all these wicked agendas against our people, man, testing of all, you know, different chemicals and experimenting, social experiments on our people, man, that they've done throughout the ages, you know, Oxycontin and stuff like that. They tried and tested that shit on our people, man, the Ephraimites and all that, Puerto Ricans, you know, opioids and all that epidemic, you know, the drug epidemic, the drug war on drugs, going back to the Reagan era. All that shit was, you know, conspired by the wicked elite, you know. That's just to name a few, you know. Tuskegee experiment, all this wickedness, man. It says they encourage themselves in an evil matter, they commune and lay in snares privately. Yeah, they think they do it in darkness, and, you know, that they're never going to be found out. But even their own spilling the beans, so to speak. It says they say, who shall see them? It says they search out iniquities says they accomplish a diligent search. So all these social experiments, they're always constantly running experiments on our people, man, finding ways to how to destroy us, you know. And the whole, you know, the vid was a big social experiment, man. It was a big psyop that they put across the whole world, and everyone fell for the okie doke, man, well, except for the men of the Lord, you know, because we already knew about what was the poisons that was in that serpent's juice that they was putting out there. And we was telling Jakes not to take it, man. But, you know, you had a lot of false leaders out here, you know, in particular the IUIC and other Jakes in general that, you know, went out and took it, and now they're not on the earth no more, man, for a lot of them, you know, or they're dealing with a lot of infirmities right now that they can't heal. It says they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Yeah, they do diligent research, meaning they experiment and make sure the shit works, you know. Trial and error, man. These devils all doing that trial and error, the drills and all of that stuff, you know. It says, but the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow, suddenly shall they be wounded. So this is what's going to happen at the end, which is going to happen now. These devils are going to have to pay for what they've done to the Lord's people, man. All these wicked inventions, man, the Lord's going to make sure that they pay for all the Israelite blood that's been spilt, you know. And he's going to shoot at them with that arrow, talking about the ICBM missiles. And these devils are not going to be able to heal themselves, like it tells you in Jeremiah, the 51st chapter, man. Babylon shall not be healed. Verse 8, so shall they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. So this example of this is your guy Ron Johnson. He went on a rant exposing the plans of the wicked elite, exposing the plans of his handlers, man. You know, whether he did that on purpose or by accident, you know, the Lord made it come out out of the horse's mouth, so to speak, because he's an insider anyway. So, you know Esau gonna put do some damage control in regards to, you know, spreading that narrative that, you know, the elites are planning this tyrannical rule on the world. But, you know, the men of the Lord, the elect, will know. They'll find out, you know. They'll know that the devil is in play, and you know, he's being exposed, man, and the Lord's coming to destroy him very soon, because he's not going to be able to carry on doing this madness on the earth. You know, sooner or later, Esau's going to have to, you know, answer to his maker, which is Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And then, you know, the Lord said he's going to return double unto these devils, man, for all the wickedness that they've done on the earth. So, as Job 15:34 says, they conceive mischief and bring forth vanity, and their belly prepareth deceit. And that's what these elite do. And Micah 2:1 says, woe to the oppressors, in the subheading, woe to oppressors, man. So Esau's the number one oppressor upon the earth right now. And he's oppressing the Lord's chosen, man, the children of Israel. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. This is talking specifically about the elites. It says, when the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. That's exactly what these devils have done. You know, you see the situation that's going on right now in Hawaii, down there in Maui. And that was definitely an elite attack, you know, because they got plans for the endeavors, future endeavors for that place over there in Maui, you know, smart cities or whatever they're trying to build over there. So, you know, this is the things they do, to devise iniquity, and you know, and work evil upon their beds. You know, they always devise iniquity plans of how to you know, take down the nations, how to basically bring forth this new world order, more you know, faster, should I say, with lack of a word, man. You know, they're trying to fast track this new world order right now, because they know they ain't got a lot of time, man. So that's it, man. But anyway, I was going to close out upon that. Anyway, I'll give all praises and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. And, you know, brother, stay strong. We're almost out of this bitch, man. Keep prayerful, stay prayerful, and keep doing this work, man. You know, faith without works is dead, and vice versa, man. So we got to keep pushing this word till Shiloh, you know, pulls us back Anyway, give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Rakakodash, and Shalom to the hopeful and sincere elect.